everybody, and welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix. Man, last episode we did a lot of small work. You know what I mean? Like, we did a lot of little things that really helped out the city here. I was actually just walking around it a little bit, just kind of looking at things, because I've been playing some modded today, and you know, kind of getting my feet back on the ground, and just seeing little things that we did, like these little farms, and what just, I don't know what life it brings to the city. I really enjoying it. Also, by the way, I've gotten so used to the way oak and spruce leaves go together. It just makes me happy. It makes my day. So yeah, like little things like filling out this house, these little areas back in here look really nice. And yeah, the whole bit, I'm really psyched about it. You know, I've been thinking about maybe working on maybe a slightly different style here, like maybe, you know, still right here, but like maybe on the other side of the mountain or something like that. And we're going to get there eventually, because there's actually, I kind of want to get into a little bit of an almost elven fantasy sort of style in this world somewhere, and I don't think it'd be good right here in the city. So eventually we will dip into that. But before we get any further along thinking about that stuff, I want to work more on this little fishing village today. You know, I was it's very unfinished, and for it, you know, it's so different because there's not grass here, and it's right in the little sort of bend of the mountain here. I think it just looks really cool, but it needs some love, it needs some help. So I was thinking that what we should do is we should plop down some more houses right here, and maybe just do a little bit of house building episode. I thought it'd be a really nice thing to do. I'd kind of like to work in this area up here, because that way, even though this area still has room for houses, if this area is done, it looks like it's starting to get done. Whereas, you know, if we put down a couple houses down there, then up here is just going to be obviously very barren, waiting for houses. So I'm thinking that we move up here and we do some stuff. So why don't I lay out maybe 2 or 3 house foundation spots, and then we'll discuss sort of the shape. I think this should do it nicely. Let's take a look at the shape here. This is 5 houses rather. So we have this little square guy, a very diagonal kind of square there. A very narrow house here, which is going to be a bit of a challenge to make anything quite that small, but that's the room that we have. This guy should be very nice and pretty easy, and a diagonal rectangle here. So we have really 5 distinct houses that I think should be a lot of fun to kind of put together. I'm going to be going with the palette of, well, trying to keep the same thing down as what I've been doing down here. So I'm probably going to go with maybe 2 of these may end up having just 1 block of cobblestone, kind of like that guy down there, and the other 3 might have either, well, if it's cobblestone, probably cobblestone and cracked stone brick, and if it's smooth stone, probably smooth stone and stone brick. Is probably the way we'll go in that. And then this should be nice. So you're gonna walk in here, blah 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 blah, and probably what we'll end up doing is do like a little maybe a little well or something like right here, something like that. So that way you walk around and there's something visually, you know, to see right there. It should be pretty cool. Let's pop in here and take a look, because if I wait too much longer, I'm gonna build the whole thing off camera, and I really don't like to do that, especially in this series. So here's where we stand at the moment. It's coming along, starting to get sort of a basic outline of the roofs. This diagonal house proved a little bit challenging, so I just went with a slab roof there. This doesn't even have an entrance yet. At some point we'll figure out where that's going to go, probably like here. Probably, actually, this is just scaffolding. And so yeah, very small interior there. This one's starting to get kind of detailed. I mean, it looks like crap right now, but you know, trust me, hopefully it'll get somewhat better. And yeah, we just, you know, just kind of roughing in the ideas here, the roof colors and shapes and all that kind of stuff. Up here I have a I'm not crazy about this. I think I'm going to do maybe a little balcony here, because I don't love that that's just a giant flat wall. So at some point we'll have to address that. And then this one over here still needs a roof. So yeah, it's coming along. Let's take a look from up in this little mountain sort of thing here. Right there. Yeah, you can see it's the idea is there. The idea is not bad. And this, you can see how much just these little 5 houses over on this side are really gonna start to fill out this little fishing village. It's very dense, and I really like that. And man, I've been looking at Minecraft Reddit quite a bit, and just seeing some really inspirational stuff that I'm like, yeah, I want to add all that stuff to my kingdoms, and I can't wait to do it. So I want to do a giant flower kind of courtyard, like a very landscape manicured flower courtyard sort of thing. And I don't know where I'm going to put that. My thinking is I'm going to put it kind of over there, like in that sort of untouched area, because I think over here, we're just going to fill it up with just houses that look like maybe this used to be a town, like a little village, and then sort of, you know, then they built the castle, and then just more and more and more people flocked to here for the protection. So I think that's going to be sort of the lore and storyline. Like this was just a little village, and then King Harrison decided to build a castle here, and that's when all the people sort of came here for defensive purposes. I think that'll be really cool. So this little one is done. I just need to get the trimming on it, and again, trying to stick with, you know, the same ideas that we have here. The church is the one that's different. I like that. I think that's kind of a cool thing. Definitely we're gonna need some chimneys here to spice up these roofs and stuff like that, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do for this one, and also I'm trying not to put two of the same roof texture together. I think that's probably a little bit better. So I'm putting like I'll put spruce over here because I had oak over there, or that's birch and oak over there. You know, I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. Well, the next step, after I get all the buildings all kind of roughed in and just some sort of outline, some height, you know, make sure everything is good as far as palette goes and all that kind of stuff, is the next step is going to be windows. And I think, you know, windows is pretty important because it starts to give life to the place, you know? And then once you put in your windows, then you can figure out, okay, well, now the detailing can really actually start. Now, I'll tell you the other way that some people do windows. And I saw this on B-Dub's video where he talked about when he does windows, he always does them from the inside, which means, you know, now I don't know if he always does, but he recommended doing them from the inside. And that means he might separate this into rooms and blah, 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 and then do. I don't necessarily do that. I don't know that maybe that's a better way. Maybe that's a more realistic way. It absolutely could be. But because my houses are generally here fairly small, they're often one or maybe two rooms max anyway. So I kind of feel like doing it this way is the best route to go, because it's going to give you maximum look from the outside, and I think that's kind of where I'm at anyway. That's kind of my most important thing. So switch over to my Silk Touch guy here. I'm going to make a little change to this window here. I think we're going to go like this and then down here. Now I did bring in some. I brought in some smooth stone here because I thought it was smooth stone. I brought in some cobblestone just because I thought it looked a little bit too nice. Now we can do a few other things with just some minor work here. We can do something along the lines of this. So I think one thing that we can do is we can add in. I don't have very many slabs. So we have to maybe rectify that, but we could do something along the lines of this. And let's see if I drop this down somewhere here in the center. I guess that would be good. I'm not going to be doing a lot of roof work, so it's probably okay for right now. So we'll grab this and we'll do a couple slabs. We'll do slab, and then here maybe I'm thinking that we do let's see, this preparing for a lantern at some point, you know, like, so maybe would we do a slab or would we do a stair? I'm kind of thinking maybe we do a stair actually. So let's do a stair here, and then we can think about that. Okay, there's going to be a lantern coming down from this. You know, we know that. So what we'll do is we'll do there. Oh, that's going to be too low. Okay, so we can just do a lantern hanging from right there. And then if we wanted to, we could even do something like a flower box or something out here, but it'd only be able to be one unless we did a box here, right? Unless we did like a solid block here. So we could do that actually. We could do something along the lines of, what if I did one of these? And then we did like here and here, right? And then we put in some dirt, and for right now we'll just signify, or we'll just use slabs to sort of signify where that's going to be, right? So something like that. Yeah, that kind of works. I think that's cool. Yeah, that's an important one because that's one that you're going to actually see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that exact thing that I just did right there. Maybe we'll make a chest. Maybe we'll make a chest over here just because I am throwing stuff on the ground like crazy, just so I can have free up the inventory space just to actually get some work done. So yeah, I'm going to continue that work on all 5 of these houses, and then we'll come in and we'll sort of talk about it. But yeah, you're starting to see it, right? Starting to see some of the ideas are starting to work out here, okay? This is the kind of thing I really wish that I could live stream right now in life, which I really just can't. But I wish I could, because this would be a great project for live streaming. You know, we're working out some little details, trying to get some stuff looking really nice and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, just some little things like this, I think make a huge difference. We can do anything for a floor. Eventually, I'll put in a floor, because we are going to work on interiors here in just a little bit. But for right now, let's just kind of figure out where a couple more windows can be. They could be pretty much anywhere. I am trying to keep one house basically the same color of stained glass windows, and then the next house will have like a different color of stained glass windows. I think that it helps to differentiate, especially when you're touching your houses together. I think that it helps to sort of show, oh, this is one house and that over there is a different house. So granted, the two that I just showed don't actually touch, but I think you know what I mean, right? You know what I'm trying to get to. All right, so a couple other things that I think we can do here is I can add some greenery. And we're a long way off from actually doing the greenery in the main part of the build, for sure. Like we're quite a ways off from that. But I think that starting to get some, like outside the windows and stuff, is probably a nice thing to start adding now, and then that can come more with time. But yeah, you can see right there that adds a little bit of stuff. I wouldn't mind using some mossy around these two. I always say like, oh yeah, I'll come back and do mossy, and then I always forget or don't get around to it or whatever. I need to sort of stop doing that, because I need to start adding some mossy, and it really is a great texture and it adds a lot to the game. So let's get some doors in. Again, I'm not worried about interiors for now yet, but at some point we will. Oh baby, it's coming along. It is coming along. Take a look at this place. Just a little bit of color really adds a lot. I did throw a little thing out here. I'm not sure exactly, like a little covered area for some chests or whatnot. And yeah, a little bit of not really a balcony like I was gonna do, but I did this little swoop down thing. I think it's kind of cool. It looks like it's holding up the roof there. That it works really well. Lots of greenery here, which helps the side of that house pretty well. I did change the shape of this house very slightly, where I made it come out here, so I didn't have to do diagonal door, because I don't love how diagonal doors look necessarily in a small scale. I think in a big scale they work great, but not so much there. I think this house is kind of interesting, so I have this little area over here, and I can do lots of stuff if I wanted to, but I think maybe just like this, just hide the door a little bit. I think that works out really well. This one over here is basically good. I think we are cool. This diagonal house there, it almost looks like like it's part of the others, but it's not. And yeah, I think these 5 houses for for this side are good. Now I want to add a couple more things around the back. I need to add some more detail. If you look over in this area over here, I think you're gonna find that there's not much detail going on. Yeah, not much. So I got to work out this. Also, I think I want to add in a chimney to like 3 or 4 of these. So we'll do that next, and then yeah, I'll come back and check in. We are closing in on the exterior, looking really nice. I want to bring you in here. As soon as I make a bucket, I thought it'd be faster to just smelt 3 iron than it would be to fly the whole way back to the castle and get a bucket. So let's do that, and we're gonna get some water in this place. Yeah, I guess we'll sleep first. So I have my first gig since like early March. I can hardly believe it, actually. I'm kind of I'm kind of stunned now. It's not like a real gig, because we're just kind of getting back, and there's social distancing and all that stuff is taking place. So it's going to be very kind of odd, but it's going to be my first time playing the trumpet in public in months. We did a rehearsal the other day, and I just can't believe it. I feel it's so odd to be kind of back after. I mean, this has been my entire life since I was. I mean, geez, early high school, I was kind of set on, being a trumpet player, and then it took a while, and then we got into college, and by the time I was a freshman in college, I was playing several nights a week, and by the time I was probably a junior, I was playing literally 6 or 7 nights a week, playing gigs or rehearsals or jam sessions or whatever, I was playing, and yeah, it's been very odd to have this much sort of time away from the horn, but it's been odd in a good way. I've kind of enjoyed it, but yeah, it's been quite a thing. So tonight I'm looking forward to it. I hope my chops make it through the whole gig. It's a 4-hour job, so yikes, yikes for those of us who have not been as diligent practicers as I probably should have been during quarantine here. Well, I'll let you know how it goes next episode. But here, I think we're good on this. I think this has a really nice kind of cool feel here. I think there are a couple things that we could do, like we could do some benches and things like that. But I think that this area is generally pretty good. I think what I might do is I might do a little tiny mini farm right here. This area is too small. I'm talking from like right here to the wall, right? This area is too small to do a building. And the reason why there's no gas in this little fishing area, fishing village here, there's no, did I say gas? I meant grass, is because this area gets flooded quite a bit. So they wouldn't have farms necessarily. But I think this, as it's the highest terrace of this place, I think this probably could have a farm. So why don't we do a farm here? And then at some point, I'm really going to crack down the interiors. Again, it's my goal in this world to have all the interiors done. And that's going to be, well, that's going to be quite a thing. It's going to be quite a thing, quite a lot of work. But empty my inventory. We'll get working here on this little mini farm maybe. Let me clear out the area. A couple other things that you really need to do, I think, in a build like this is you need to fill it up with a lot of grass because it needs to look overgrown, right? Like very overgrown. So I think this will be really, really helpful. Let's see. Why am I not picking this stuff up? Inventory full. Yeah, nope. It's just randomly not picking up. Okay, that's cool. Good to know. I'll tell you what, I've been playing so much modded here over the last few days recording. I generally, whenever I record modded, I record like 4 or even 5 episodes sort of in a row. So I've been playing a lot of modded, and I just got done with episode 20 here, which was a big grinder episode because I'm going to do a world download in the modded series again. So I wanted everyone to, have a decent amount of chickens and stuff if you grab the world download yourself. And one of the things that I have grown very, very, very used to is the inventory, like the middle mouse button clicking inventory sorting thing. Man, it is super nice. Like, I really, really wish we had that in vanilla. Like, that would be probably one of the things that I would add if I could just magically add something to Minecraft, is some sort of like middle click inventory sorting button. Like, it would be great. It'd be a great addition. What do you think? Here's the question. The question I have for you today, because I don't think we're gonna do a question or comment of the day. The question I have is, what would you add to vanilla Minecraft? Now, don't say like Thaumcraft, right? Because like that's a huge mod. I'm talking like, what small thing, if they put you in charge of Mojang for one day, what small thing would you add? Let's get a big one, yeah. To vanilla to really like perfect your vanilla experience. I'm very curious. For me, it'd probably be inventory sorting. Though I do talk quite a bit about inventory management, but I think sorting kind of does it. It'd be nice if in Bedrock specifically, it'd be nice if we had that mouse double click thing to move all the same item over. I'm kind of surprised that that's not a thing, but yeah, that would be really nice as well. So it can be either Bedrock exclusive problems or anything. Okay. All right. I'm going to work on these interiors quickly, and then I'll show you sort of the final product. Wow. Well. Look at this. One of these two jerks have killed all of my sheep. I just flew over to my sheep pasture, and one of these two killed every single sheep I had. Look at this. They're all gone. This was my sheep pasture, and they are all gone. All the wool I have. I mean, actually, I've taken all the wool I had, but all the wool I had, it's all gone. It's all gone. I think I'm going to go blame the pillager, I think. But this wolf looks awfully suspicious. I'm not going to kill you, pillager, even though I really want to. Even though I really, really want to, because I don't want to get the bad omen effect. So whatever. But man, can we just pause for a quick second here and take a look at what we did last episode in this world? Because every time I fly over this way, I'm like, wow, this cliff looks amazing. Why didn't I do that a long time ago? Could someone remind me to do the little details earlier instead of just wait and wait and wait? It looks so good. It's such a huge difference to this castle. This area is starting to really, really look epic. We just need to add a lot of stuff. We need to finish this castle. We need to do all this landscape. We need to add like 1 million more houses. That's kind of where I was going to initially go, is just to add sort of scale to this kingdom, so it looks like, it looks like a completed, like a big place where enough people actually live. But Yeah, this is all the wool I have, so boo on that. Boo on that. I'm going to take what I have a lot of here, which is, geez, not very much. And that'll be basically the carpeting that I do over there. And I'm going to have to address the sheep farm probably, I guess, next episode. Next episode, I think we're going to have to do some sort of automated, maybe all the color sheep farms, you know, like something I've always been sort of against doing in Realm of Vasten is going to work perfectly here, because we can do like either a building, probably a barn at somewhere that's often loaded. But yeah, it's really unfortunate. But yeah, this area is starting to come along here. I did do this little farm area right here. I kept it with wood so it matches the theme, and yeah, it looks pretty nice here. This whole little thing is starting to really come together. I really like it. Okay, the interiors will come together a lot more once I just add honestly just some carpet. Just carpet adds so much. Even this wool texture, which I'm falling slightly out of love with. I really like the plain wool texture. I'm starting to not love this sort of, I don't know, framed wool, I guess, if you will. Not quite as much, but I mean, it's still nice. It has good uses. It's just that I use it for a lot of things that aren't some of those good uses. So it feels like maybe I don't need it anymore. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, okay. So get some beds in there, get some furniture in, all that kind of stuff. I think we got it. Shall we go take a look? I think we should. Yeah, it's turning into a really nice little thing. I'm doing the last interior right now, which is going to be a little bit of a grass shop. What kind of grass? I don't know. You can make that determination on your own. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of a grass shop. We'll do a little bit of, let's do a little bit of fences to hold up some lanterns, and that should do it, I think. Is that? Yeah, this is always tricky to figure out where the slabs are versus not. But you know, we could actually just put them here on the ground. It might actually look a little bit better, a little bit more interesting here on the ground. So let's just do that. And I think maybe one here, just because it's the front of the building. And yeah, there we go. So we have a little bit of you'd walk in here, you check out your different grasses, and then you pick whatever you want, and that's that. So we have a little grass shop over there. Then the rest of these are just houses. So you walk in here, there's a little bit of a seating area. There's a bedroom, I think, upstairs. Yeah, up here, just little, very minimal bedroom. I did what I could with the materials I had. Not having very much wool is really kind of hindering my progress here. But if you walk over here, then you have a kind of two area. You have a tiny little bedroom, a little bit of a storage area, a little eating area. You know what I mean? They're very, very, very small houses, but yeah, there's something in each of them. A little brewing bedroom there. That's a efficiency apartment, if you will. And yeah, and then this little guy. Yeah, I think it's cool, and I think that we are in a good place to wrap up today's episode. And we have that's a very cool little build. I'll see you all next time for Bedrock Survival with Fix. Thanks so much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. I'm off to my first gig in many months. Wish me and my lips good luck. I think I'm gonna need it, and I will see you all next time from this wonderful world of True Brothers. Okay, bye everybody.